أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. اللهم اجعل جمعنا هذا جمعا مرحوما واجعل التفرق بعده تفرقا معصوما ولا تدع فينا شقيا ولا محروما. اللهم آمين. In the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most compassionate, the most merciful, all praise and thanks are due to Him, and peace and blessings be upon His beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He who is guided by the will of Allah, no one can misguide him, and he who is misguided, no one can guide him except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Alhamdulillah that we do bear witness that there is no God but Allah and Muhammad is His messenger. As you know, this is part 6 from reviewing chapter Al-Baqarah. As I told you, I'm picking and choosing one of the most important topics from the 286 ayah in 52 pages. So now I will be repeating the most important things of 2 ayats, which is in a specific ولما جاءهم رسول من عند الله مصدق لما معهم نبذ فريق من الذين أوتوا الكتاب كتاب الله وراء ظهورهم كأنهم لا يعلمون واتبعوا ما تتلو الشياطين على ملك سليمان وما كفر سليمان ولكن الشياطين كفروا يعلمون الناس السحر وما أنزل على الملكين ببابل هاروت وماروت وما يعلمان من أحد حتى يقولا إنما نحن فتنة فلا تكفر فيتعلمون منهما ما يفرقون به بين المرء وزوجه إلى آخر الآية. This is a very long ayah, basically revolves around the idea of Sulaiman alayhi salam, the jinn, the magic, and harming the people with all this. So it took us, I think, maybe 5 sessions or more when we were delving into the tiny details. I will try to highlight one of the most important things to the best of my understanding and my knowledge. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in 101, the verse 101, وَلَمَّا جَاءَهُمْ رَسُولٌ مِّنْ عِنْدِ اللَّهِ. Now when a messenger from Allah has come to them confirming their own scriptures, some of the people of the book cast the book of Allah behind their backs as if they did not know. Now this is directly clear. So some of them simply they rejected, they did not want. But what did they do instead? قال واتبعوا ما تتلو الشياطين على ملك سليمان. Now this ayah has a lot of controversial understanding. I will do my best to try to sum up the most important things in it. The direct explanation of اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد واتبعوا ما تتلو الشياطين على ملك سليمان وما كفر سليمان ولكن الشياطين كفروا. They instead followed the magic. Instead of following the messenger, they instead followed what? The magic. Promoted by the devils during the reign of Solomon. Never did Solomon disbelieve, rather the devils disbelieved. So we told you, from this ayah we understand that Sulaiman alayhi salam, he was accused by some of them that he committed kufr. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is defending his prophet. وَمَا كَفَرَ سُلَيْمَانُ وَلَكِنَّ الشَّيَاطِينَ كَفَرُوا. So number 1, we understand from this, at a certain point of the history, some of them, unfortunately, وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ, accused this prophet of committing kufr by dealing with magic. So, قال وما كفر Solomon, never did Solomon disbelieve, rather the devils disbelieved. They taught magic to the people, along with what had been revealed to the 2 angels. From this ayah we understand that we have different 2 things. We have magic and what was taught to the angels. It's 2 different things. We have the magic and what was taught. قال Harut and Marut in Babylon. And in the old history, Babylon or Babel, it used to be the center of magic on earth. Subhanallah. قال the 2 angels never taught anyone without saying, we are only a test for you, so do not abandon your faith. Which means if you deal with magic, definitely by default you are leaving, forsaking, abandoning your faith. We are trying to understand just the direct. Now, once you accept magic, you deal with magic as if you have signed the contract, you have abandoned faith. These two things will not be combined together. Faith and magic. Once you go to that way, you leave that way. قال, the two angels never taught anyone without saying, we are only a test for you. So do not abandon your faith. Yet people learned magic that caused a rift even between husband and wife. Although their magic could not harm anyone except by Allah's will. They learned what harmed them and did not benefit them, although they already knew that whoever buys into magic would have no share in the hereafter. Another assurance. Anyone delves into the area of magic, we will say now what magic is, but this area, it's a final decision that you've been disconnected from faith, belief, any kind of reward in the hereafter. Actually, it's completely the opposite. I will be punished as a disbeliever in the hereafter. طيب. قال, miserable indeed was the price for which they sold their souls, if only they knew. Which means the one who goes into this area, he's selling literally his soul. He will be enslaved by someone else or something else. وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ. Now, the most important things that we need to know about. Number one, it is claimed that Sulaiman alayhi salam was dealing with magic. This is a big lie, and it's claimed that he committed a kufr. So number one, the prophets, they don't deal with magic. Okay? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَمَا كَفَرَ سُلَيْمَانَ وَلَكِنَّ الشَّيَاطِينَ كَفَرُوا. Number one. Number two, we knew that there is something called magic. Magic is now, let's say, X. What magic is? Now, the word magic is used for many things. In Arabic language, sihr. يعلمون الناس السحر. We need to understand the Arabic language, not the English, because Quran came in Arabic. Now, the word sihr linguistically, when you speak in the lexicons, the root verbs, the radicals, it means ما خفي ولطف من الشيء. يعني when something that is done in a very smooth, quick, unable to notice it, it's called sihr. Okay? That's why the magic tricks, we called it sihr. It's a trick, but it's done in a very, like this, to the idea that you don't notice what's happening. Okay? This is the relation between anything that has been done secretly, smoothly, and quickly without noticing it. It's called sihr in language. So number one of usage as a terminology, what we call magical tricks. It has nothing to do with our topic. Magical tricks, was in Arabic خفة يد, which has nothing to do with magic aslan. It's just when I do a trick. It's a trick. It's not a magic as a terminology. It's like, do you remember the example that I did it? Do you remember it? My finger. If I said, for example, look at me very quickly now, what you will see, Muhammad, what you have witnessed now.
You separated your finger.
Yes. Look, what will happen now? Look at me very quickly. What have you noticed? What have you noticed? Cut it off. What have you noticed? You see, this is what? Basic, what did I do? I used this one like this, then I used this one like that. I put it like this. Then I close it. This one is bigger. You can notice, but I did it very quickly. This is a trick. It's not magic. Okay? So let's forget this from magic. Now magic, basically, according to the Quran, ilm, it's a knowledge. يعلمون الناس السحر. It's ilm. طيب, what type of ilm? I don't know. But how? We don't know. It's part of the knowledge that is misused by the shayateen and their followers. But how come? Ya Ammi, it's a knowledge. But how did it happen? I don't know. To give you just a simple example, in chemistry, in physics, just in chemistry. If someone has no idea about the chemical interactions and relations, can you, by understanding the chemical relations, to make an explosion and kill people? Yes or no? Yes or no? Type. Sometimes liquids together, if you combine some certain liquids with knowledge, you could be poisoning a complete building with a very small amount of chemicals. True or false? Type. Someone who has a full knowledge about the relation of these chemical things, and the rest they have no idea about it, for whatever reason. He discovered, he managed, he whatever. Imagine that 100 people, I am an expert in chemistry 300 years ago, they know nothing about chemistry. I discovered, I managed, I whatever, so I came to them and said, look, if anyone touch me, I will poison all of you. Look to this idiot, I say. I put these two together, you know, the gas comes to like this, and they lost their conscience and they passed away. Can I do it? Yes. It's part of the knowledge. This knowledge was, I discovered it, I misuse it. It's chemistry, physics, machine gun, they are part of physics or not? With chemistry. The ammunition, basically, the machine gun, basically, it's metal, okay? It's from metal. It depends on some certain physical theories. And there is the trigger, and there is the ammunition, there is something, there is the whatever, blah, 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 blah. And the one who discovered these relations, he managed to make a piece of, okay, metal, a piece of iron that kills 10 people in less than a minute. Yes or no? If someone does not have any idea about a machine gun, I discovered it, can I finish 10 people in 1 minute or not? Without even moving from my place. Is this knowledge or not knowledge? But I misuse the knowledge. Very simple. So we have chemistry, we have details, nanotechnology. Have you heard about nanotechnology? Nanotechnology, it depends on you understanding new relations between the substances and the items. When you combine them chemically, you will have new materials. To a degree, a material which is 1 millimeter thin can, with this size of this table, put it between two edges and there's an empty space, an elephant with 5 tons will stand on it without bending it. What? Yes. It's nanotechnology. They don't create something, they discovered part of the nature. They knew that this material with the sponge, for example, the artificial sponge, they discovered some certain things, the foam, okay? The isolation, the whatever, the tens of things that we do. We discovered relations. We combine them, we put them depending on math, physics, chemistry, and sometimes the gravity. How did we manage this huge airplane, which is about 300 tons? How does it go in the air? 300, if it's fully loaded, I think maybe 400 tons or more. صح? What is the highest capacity for the, 450. So subhanallah, I said that, yes. It's about, yes. 450, can you see? 450,000 kilograms, which means 450 cars, small car. They are flying. But how come? I mean, depending on what? Physics, math, chemistry, knowledge. How can we make this object, which is aeroplane, stay on about 25,000 feet or 27 or 36,000 feet for 18 or 12 hours? How? How? Knowledge. Chemistry, math, physics, basically. So why I'm giving you all of these examples? Hatta subhanallah, look, the brother now, he's I think practicing taekwondo. What is taekwondo? This brother here, okay? You know taekwondo, what is it? Taekwondo does not give you an extra power in your body. It teaches you how to use the internal power in your body, how to defeat yourself and how to defeat others by using The inner power, you just discover it. This is knowledge, right? For example, if I'm standing like this, if I hit someone like this in his face, maybe I will hurt him 10%. If I decided just to close my fist, not just doing like this, to do like this, I will hurt him more. If I decided when hitting him, instead of doing like this, I decided to do like this, 40% of hurt. If I discovered the relation between this and that, and my chest remove, and I did like this, about 50-60% of problem. If I discovered this relation with this area and my foot, and I did it in a way which is professional, very strong, one hit, he's finished. I could kill him. Like, have I obtained a new power? I discovered through the knowledge of self-defense, such as Kung Fu, Taekwondo, Jiu-Jitsu, whatever, all the MMA, I discovered. So this knowledge enabled me to hit 5 people without holding anything. This is what? Knowledge. What is the idea? The idea, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala يُعَلِّمُونَ النَّاسَ, what kind of ilm they are teaching them, we don't know. Shayateen, they discovered it. They, yes, discovered it like anyone. The one who discovered the machine guns or manufactured them, he's killing the people. The one who discovered this, البارود, شو معناته بالإنجليزي البارود? Gunpowder? When they discovered the gunpowder, basically, it's something part of the nature. They discovered this kind of, you know, when they are mixed together, they will be exploding. They did not create it, they discovered it. I can use it to defend myself from my enemy, and now it's used worldwide to what? To kill people. By hundreds and tens of thousands. So they misused by killing, destroying, spying. Now all kind of telecommunications now, spying, this kind of very high technology. Is it used always for khair, for good? No. It's used for, when you have an amazing knowledge in hacking the computers. If you are a hacker, you manage to hack the laptop or the mobile of a girl, and you manage to have her, all of her private photos. What does those people do? They start blackmailing them, asking for money, or spreading bad things about them by using their photos in something. Is this knowledge? Yes. How many of us can hack? This is very high type of knowledge. To be able to get into the computer, it's knowledge, very complicated knowledge. Hardly just maybe 1% of the people can do it. It's not something easy, but to destroy families, to destroy the people. The same thing now. Now magic is a knowledge. What I want from all of these examples to tell you, magic is knowledge. Shayateen, they became specialists in this knowledge in a very simple way. How, when, I don't know. We don't know. But this type of knowledge. Now the funny things, the funny thing, that if you want to know, you have to be one of them. Look how simple it is. If you want to know, you need to be what? You need to join them. Like the example that I used, if you remember. If God forbid, you are very much interested because you used to watch a lot of Hollywood movies. You want to know how the Russian mafia or Italian mafia or Irish mafia, they assassinate high political leaders. Oh, wow, nice. You want to know it. In order to know it, you need to be what? One of them. To be one of them. Seriously, I'm asking. To be one of them, you need to be what? A professional criminal and murderer. To reach to that level, you are already finished. You are a murderer. صح? In theory, you can be there, but you have taken a big decision. You are a criminal. That's it. They will not accept you. La ilaha illallah. Very simple. Just use when you speak about magic and shayateen. Yes, you can be there. Wal-'iyadhu billah. That's why we are warning. You can. In theory, can anyone become a mafia member? طبعا. But what's the price? Professional killer. أعوذ بالله. May Allah. أعوذ بالله. Which means you have signed on a contract of, you have sold yourself to shaitan. That's it. So we need to know that. So when we speak about magic, from one angle, it's knowledge. طيب. وما أنزل على الملكين ببابل. So this is number one. This is file X, which is magic, okay? طيب, file B, which is وما أنزل على الملكين ببابل. What was sent down to the two angels. When we discuss this, when you go, it's a mind-blowing. You will find tens of narrations from Israeliyat. The majority of them, they are not authentic, not sahih, not hasan, not even da'if many times. So we can't use them. Now, I did a very, very deep research about that. I'm not saying what I have chosen from the opinions is the final and you have no right to take other one. You can go and read. What I came to as a conclusion, wallahu a'lam, from the opinions that does make sense is the following. When magic started to be in Babylon, it was in a very, very early stages of humanity. Shayateen, you know, shayateen, they are the following of Iblis. Iblis' only mission on existence is what? To misguide humanity. That's it. We need to understand this because this is built on that. وَبِعِزَّتِكَ لَأُغْوِيَنَّهُمْ أَجْمَعِينَ. By you, by your majesty, O my Lord, I will misguide, mislead all of them, which means it's my mission. I know I'm going to Jahannam. I want to take the highest. So from the very old ways of misleading the people using the magic. Okay? So it seems, according to some narrations, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided to teach humanity at that time by sending two angels in a human form to teach the people how to protect themselves from from magic. But this knowledge in itself is another type of power. You know, in the world of medicine and chemicals, pharmacology, there's something called antidote. Do you recognize what does it mean? Sometimes you have some kind of medicines. They cause some kind of poison or problems in your blood. Each medicine has an antidote, which means it stops the bad side effects of the medicine. If you put the antidote, it stops and it solves the problem. Okay? This is, by the way, I'm not expert, but this is what I understood because it's something happened with my father, may Allah descend His mercy upon him, and the doctors explained this to me. So they call it the antidote. For example, this medicine, we have an antidote, so we can control it. This medicine, we don't have the antidote, so it's, we can do nothing. Just we will leave him to the will of Allah. So the concept of antidote, basically, it's something that goes against the side effects of the medicine. طيب, وَلِلَّهِ الْمَثَلُ الْأَعْلَى. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent two angels to teach humanity like any kind of prophets and messengers. Be careful. Shayateen are spreading like a prophet. When a prophet came to us in a very simple way. قال من أوى إلى فراشه فقرأ آية الكرسي لا يزال عليه ملك. حديث صحيح. يحرسه من الشيطان حتى يصبح. يعني, we have tens of hadith. For example, I'm making an analogy now, just to make it simple to you. Prophet Muhammad as a prophet, out of 124,000 prophets and messengers, he told us, if you go to bed, before putting your head into the pillow and you go to deep sleep, if you read Ayat al-Kursi, Allahu la ilaha illa huwa al-hayy al-qayyum, Allah will dedicate a special angel just to protect you from the whispering and the bad, filthy effect of the shaitan while you are in sleep. If you read it, you will be protected. Is this knowledge or not? طيب. Can I, وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ, if I'm a magician and I want to mislead the people like some people in our countries they do, can I use the Quran and I'm a magician to mislead especially the sisters? I repeat, can I use Ayat al-Kursi to show that I'm a pious person and I'm doing treatment with the Quran, but I'm a magician? Can I use it? Can I? All of them, they use it. This is actually what they do. They mislead the people because, wallahi, Sheikh, mashallah, he's a nice Sheikh. No. You don't know. He's using this, okay, in front of you, while in the back end, he's dealing with jinn and he's committing kufr. The same Quran is putting najasat, the filthy, dirty things like the urine and the stool and the blood on the Quran to commit the kufr, and he's using this to mislead you, to bring you to the kufr. Wal-'iyadhu billah. So it seems, to the opinion that I felt comfortable with, wallahu a'lam, those two angels, they were sent by Allah to teach the people at that time how to be protected with this knowledge from the magic. Unfortunately, the people, they missed this new tool to mislead the people with the magic. Another knowledge to mislead the people. It's like you are using physics. I came to you with chemistry, so you started using chemistry and physics to mislead the people and to hurt them, instead of using them for the khayr. So this is, wallahu a'lam, the meaning of يُعَلِّمُونَ النَّاسَ السِّحْرَ. They teach them the magic, and وَمَا أُنزِلَ عَلَى الْمَلَكَيْنِ, and what has been sent down to the two angels. وَمَا يُعَلِّمَانِ مِنْ أَحَدٍ. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continues. Now, next points. Now, basic. So this is the first type of magic, which is ilm, knowledge. Second type of magic, which could be a second type, it was mentioned in the story of Musa alayhi salam, which is اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد. قال سحروا أعين الناس واسترهبوهم وجاءوا بسحر عظيم. You know, at the time of Pharaoh and Musa alayhi salam, one of the most well-known powerful tools that Pharaoh was using against the people to control them is magic in Egypt. Number one, to a degree, قال وأرسل في المدائن حاشرين يأتوك بكل سحار عليم. This, which means, spread the news, call the people, let them all kind of top professional, high, powerful magicians to come to you, which gives you an idea that Egypt was full of magicians, which means it was the trend at that time, controlling the people. It's more or less like the media now. How governments control the people now? Number one, media. Media is the magic of today. Social media. Is it true that millions of people are controlled by social media or not? Yes or no? Yes. The logarithms, you know, you keep just brainwashed. What do we see? Tick, 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 tick. Do you condemn? Do you condemn? Do you condemn? Yes, I condemn. What's this? What's this? This is a new magic. You got my point? This is another type of magic, which is they say they deceive the eyes of the people. How? We don't know. There's some kind of knowledge how to deceive the eyes. But I can make an analogy to you. Have you heard, I think in English, they use the word gaslighting. You know gaslighting. It's when you try to manipulate someone, the victim, making him or her thinking that he have delusional things. You know it's not, but you are pushing him to do. Why they called it gaslighting? Do you know why? It has nothing to do with it, by the way. Gaslighting. The both with gaslighting and manipulating of delusions. Actually, it's because of a movie that was produced in 40s, which about 85 years ago. They used to control in that movie, they showed how they exposed some people to some specific gases. Once you breathe them, you start hallucination and delusions. When you have this kind of psychological disorder, they start telling you, you see, you are you are so and so, and you accept it. Because it was called gaslighting. Because of that film, since 80 years, they started using gaslighting to describe someone who's using his psychological charisma and power to manipulate something and to let the victim thinks that, yes, you have done it. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. But he's not done it. He accepted it. You call it gaslighting. Okay? This is a type of delusion. And you have many things. But now the point is, this is other type of sihr, which is سحروا أعين الناس واسترهبوهم وجاءوا بسحر عظيم. طيب. The last type of sihr, which is the most common one, and the most dangerous one, and it could be completely connected with the first one, which is dealing with jinn. This is the most serious and the most dangerous and the most common when we speak about sihr, dealing with jinn. The very simple way. Because actually those who invented this, they were the jinn, shayateen, because you know the word shaytan, it's used for human beings and the jinn, both of them. Shayateen al-insi wal-jinni. The word shaytan from shatana. Shatana means when someone goes astray, outside the straight path. It's called shaytan. So Allah described the word shaytan, used the word shaytan to describe humans and jinn. So those who invented this, they were the jinn, the shayateen. Those who were spreading this, the jinn, the shayateen. So part of the sihr, whether the knowledge or dealing with the jinn through the humans, it's doing the sihr. How? We don't know. The same thing. If you want to know it, you need to be part of it. How does, now we know from the Quran, it's ilm ghaib, be careful. This is from the unseen. Allah told us clearly in Surah Al-Jinn, وَأَنَّهُ كَانَ رِجَالٌ من الإنس يعوذون برجال من الجن فزادوهم رهقا. It's clear. Allah said, Allah is telling us in this chapter that the jinn, they were speaking with each other, saying that a group of men from the human beings used to seek refuge by men from the jinn. We understand jinn like us, they have men and women, because rijalun, rijal. They have the concept of men and women. I don't know if you have the gender fluidity now. I have no idea, the jinn. I don't know if this reached them. Seriously, I have no idea. Academically, I have no idea. Maybe they will be influenced by us, the gender fluidity. Seriously, I mean, don't laugh. I'm seriously, okay? Maybe they have it. Maybe, I don't know. So they have men and women, the jinn. Okay? Inshallah, they will not be influenced by us. Inshallah. So, وَأَنَّهُ كَانَ رِجَالٌ مِنَ الْإِنسِ يَعُوذُونَ. They seek to seek refuge, which means asking their help and support. How? Don't know. But the thing that we know for sure, once they ask it, okay, they committed kufr. Do jinn provide the help? Yes, with the condition. Assurance of committing kufr. Their ultimate goal is that you go to Jahannam with them, period. Very simple Bible, it's not complicated. That's why Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, من أتى عرافا أو كاهنا فصدقه فيما قال كفر بما أنزل على محمد. We have two narrations. من أتى عرافا أو كاهنا لم تقبل له صلاة 40 يوما. If you decided to go and sit with a fortune teller or a magician or those spirits, you know, or to do the witchcraft, you know, they become magician and witchcraft and witches and magic, all of these things. If you just accepted to go and sit with them, your prayer will not be accepted for 40 years. Sorry, for 40 days. What? Yes. Don't sit even with them. The influence is very high. It's like someone, وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ, for the men, like someone will say, okay, I just want to have an idea, how do they film the porno films? Excuse me? I just want to see how they film. Excuse me? I want just to have an idea. La habibi, if you're going to have an idea, you will lose your everything. You're in the middle of a porno site. I mean, your mind will be filled of filthy, dirty things that you can't delete from your imagination. Don't go. I just want to have an idea. No. You got my point? So, just man ata. The other hadith, قال من أتى عرافا أو كان فصدقه فيما قال. And he believed in what he's saying. كفر بما أنزل على محمد. Even if he was saying the truth. If you believed in what he's saying, you have committed kufr. Left Islam. Why? Because they deal with jinn. And jinn, they have abilities, capabilities, something beyond our understanding. So sometimes they might give some information. It's like, by the way, it's not complicated. Not complicated. Just simple example. If it happened, in theory, that someone who has a very good relation with the intelligence forces, very good relation. Intelligence department in any country means what? Knowledge, data, spying, secrets, privacy. True or false? يعني, if you have access to the computers of the intelligent forces in XY country, how possible it is to know my complete private things that I never imagine anyone will have an access to it? Very high. Why? Because you are dealing with a special department. They have a very strong, high access to the privacy. They can spy completely what you see, what you say, what you browse, what you phone. Yes or no? طيب. If you have access to this, you have superiority in terms of the knowledge of my privacy. Can you misuse it against me? Yes or no? طبعا. طبعا. Simple example. Can I make you afraid of me? Definitely. This is exactly what the jinn they do with the magicians. You go to them, you want to seek their help. First of all, they want to control you. In addition to the fact they will take your money, they want to control you. How? You must believe that they have something. You don't have it. They must believe that they are very powerful. Such as the first thing, maybe for example, now you are a new person to this magician. He's dealing with jinn. Jinn like a very high professional spy person with a lot of access to the knowledge. Using them like, you know, like imagine yourself, you have a QR code on your front head. By QR code, all of your data will become something like that. Okay, you were born in something, your mother's name. You just last night you ate hamburger in, for example, XYZ place. Or when you came to say hi, how was the hamburger last night? Excuse me. How did you know that? Oh my God! How did you know? You will submit. It's very simple. How did I know? I was watching your Facebook. I was spying on you. Bugs something in your mobile. يعمل Google, in normal Google now. Even if when it's switched off completely, when you open it, it gives you Google Maps exactly your steps by meters where you were going by minutes and seconds. Do you know this or not? Even if you switch it off. If you don't know it, please try it. There is a special tool in the Google. It gives you exactly what while you are holding this, where did you go? When did you stop? What did you go? Even if it's switched off, it gives. طب هذا it's rubbish now. It's nothing. طب what about the jinn? They can move, they can travel, they can spy, so they use it. Okay, how? In their ways. To scare you, yes. To move something, yes. To tell something, yes. طب what shall I do? Protect yourself. How can I protect self from a spy by an enemy country? Try to understand how enemy countries think against you as a nice citizen. Now, as a nice citizen, how they can control you? Money, women, drugs, fame, okay, pubs, committing something bad, okay, committing a crime, if something. So they will catch you in your weakness points. Don't go to these areas. If you drink, once you lose your mind, they will take you to somewhere. You will find yourself naked, sleeping with stranger female. Okay, if you, oh, I'm sorry, I will do whatever you want. But what caused you to be there? Because you drank. You lost your mind. If you are in your mind, nothing will happen to you unless if they decided to kill you, which will you will be a martyr, inshallah. But at least they will not blackmailing you. Seriously, I'm giving you, logical examples because we are trying to understand magic now, okay? Or when they deal with the jinn. So you deal with jinn. So when you speak about sihr, knowledge, what was sent down to the two angels, and dealing with jinn. Jinn, in general, they have a very limited access against us. But once I allow them, be careful. One of the things that I shared last time with you, when you speak about jinn, that, sorry. I did a quick research in the Quran about the words that is attributed to the shaitan in general, shayateen. قال الشيطان يعيدكم الفقر. He's promising you with poverty. استزلهم الشيطان, caused them to slip by whispering. يخوف أولياءه, he is scaring them. وما يعدهم الشيطان إلا غرورا. أو زين لهم الشيطان, he attracted them, appealing, seems to be appealing or attractive. وإما ينسينك الشيطان فلا تقعد. Should Satan make you forget? فوسوس لهما الشيطان. Shaitan did whispering to them. يا بني آدم لا يفتننكم الشيطان كما أخرج أبويكم. Don't let the shaitan deceive, delude you, misguide you. إن الذين إذا مسهم طائف من الشيطان تذكروا. If those who were touches or whispers caused him to forget, فأنساه الشيطان ذكر ربه. Shaitan, which means we speak about touches, whispers, cause, scary, something. Nothing has to do with the physical power that it controls you and would hold you and would hit you. No. It has to do with, the influence on your heart and your mind. So when those people deal, magicians, with shayateen, simply, yes, we don't know what magic is. That's true. We don't know what kind of knowledge the two angels were sent to, and we don't know how the jinn, they deal with those people. We don't know. These three files, we don't know the reality of them, but we don't care. It's exactly like we don't know how وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ, unfortunately, the Russian or Italian or Irish mafia, they used to assassinate people. We don't know. We know that they managed to assassinate. How they, delve into, how they sneak inside, how they kill, how they plan. We don't know. We have no idea. Simply, I don't know, I don't want to know. Okay, be far from any crime area. Don't be, you can tell who are the evil people. You can see them. You can smell the gangsters. Don't go to them because say, no, I want to be their friend. I want their power because I want to take revenge. Okay, which means it's your decision. The end result, you will sell your soul. Very simple. The final message, and I will finish today's, that we were told that magic does exist. We were told that the shayateen, they will keep working with the human beings against us. We were told. طيب, what's the end result? Cleanse your environment, take care of yourself, connect yourself with the one who protects you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Very simple. It's now this simple example that I will use, that it's like analogy, not in reality, just to make it simple. Before we became aware of germs and viruses, humanity in general, they did not realize the concept of hygienic, world. I mean, we were not aware that now, scientifically, it's proved now that the average person of us, normally in your hand, maybe you have 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 million viruses in your hand now. You are breathing them, by the way. You know this. It's in the air now. It's there. We know that this is because of the science. When you have this kind of telescope, when you go, you will see a lot of things in your hand. A lot of things. So, do these germs or viruses exist? Yes. Do viruses and germs have the power to hurt me? Yes. Can they hurt me always? No. When they can hurt me? When my immunity system is weakened. Look how simple it is. That's why we keep all the time protecting our immunity. Part of the ongoing protection that we don't think about it's the hygienic system. Why do we wash our hands when we leave the washroom? Why? If someone wants to deal with you just from economic point of view, Sheikh, have you touched any kind of your urine? I use the tissues. Okay, don't wash your hand. Save that money. So save the water. No. It's very important. I must. Yeah, Hamid, don't waste. No, I'm not wasting. I'm investing in protecting myself from the filthy, dirty germs and viruses. But do you see? No, I don't need to see. It's there. The fact that I touch the toilet, the fact that I touch the hand, the fact I just get into the door, all of these things, something has been there. So go clean, 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 clean. You will reduce the possibility of being infected. True or false? This is exactly how. Now, I mean, how do we become infected with viruses? It's like, and the best example of viruses is the AIDS. What's the concept of the AIDS virus? You know, the AIDS. It is, this virus, it attacks the immunity system inside your body. In itself, it does not kill you. It stops the immune system from working, from functioning. Now, whatever comes to your body now, a normal flu, seasonal flu could kill you. Because no immunity system, no protection. Very simple. That's why now, generally, always we say, keep using healthy food. Go to bed early. Let your body get rid of the intoxicants and poisoning things by having healthy sleep, healthy food, see the sun, breathe the oxygen. By all of this, when any health problem comes, your body is ready to fight. If not, easily you will go down. This is our relation. I'm making analogy. Now, do jinn exist around us? Yes. إنه يراكم هو وقبيله من حيث لا ترونهم. Allah says clearly, Shaitan and his tribe, his people, his group, they can see you while you can't see them. At any moment, they can see us. So what shall I do? Protect yourself. How? Keep close from Allah. ذكر, تسبيح, حمد, قراءة القرآن. قال ده حديث صحيح. آية سورة البقرة وآل عمران البيت الذي تقرأ فيه سورة البقرة لا يدخله شيطان. The house which the chapter Al-Baqarah that we are explaining now, okay? If it is read continuously, constantly inside a house, the shaitan cannot come to this and cannot do bad things against. Oh, I don't believe it. Don't believe it, and what can I do for you? Like anyone who say, I don't believe in the existence of viruses and germs. Like, okay, go ahead. Go eat filthy, dirty food from the street. Don't clean your hands. Go to the washroom, and after you finish whatever you do, don't wash your body. Don't take showers. Don't cut your nails. Let all filthy dirt in your body. And don't blame anyone when you go to the hospital by having tens of diseases. It's your problem, very simply. Very simple. Same thing in our relation. Does magic exist? Yes. What is it? I don't know. Do magicians deal with shayateen and jinn? Yes. How? I don't know. So what shall I do? Nothing. Just be close from Allah. They can't come to you. That's it. This is the most important points that we highlighted from these two verses. We did it, by the way. At that time, I explained tens of things, but I came with just the cream of what we have done last time. Jazakumullah khair wa barakallahu feekum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Allah yajzik al-khair.
You know what's crazy, Doctor?
Huh?
You know what's crazy?
Yes.